Mr. Collins there. These are the ones that still give enough breath to find treasures. Where always estimate how much things are worth. Like this thing. A bit large for my taste. Probably fetch a pretty price at Carolina. If anyone would trade with me there. Oh. No, come in, come in. Is this the one that's been causing all the trouble downstairs? Really? Not but a child? Oh, please. You look like you're still wet behind the ears. Well, did you check them for weapons at least, Mr. Collins? Alright, you got the boot dagger too? There's always a boot dagger. Check for a boot dagger, please. There, see? What did I tell you? Everyone's got a boot dagger these days. Especially in a city like Nassau. Never know who you might run into. Well, have a seat. I think we might have some things to talk about. So, all that ruckus downstairs was all caused by little old you, eh? What do you think you're doing in a pirate bar? Causing trouble. Oh, they insulted you? Well, in that case, darling, if I picked a fight with everyone who insulted me, I'd never get anything done in a day. This is a nice blade. I mean, it's simple, but very sharp. Looks very well cared for. It's a good sign, I suppose. What exactly brought you to a bar like mine? Obviously, it wasn't just with the intention of getting insulted, I hope. You want to join my crew? Darling, does this look like a nursery to you? I do not have the time or the energy to go looking after little pups like you. I don't think so. Come back when you've got a few more winters under your belt, I think. Oh, don't look at me like that. Now you really do look like a child. I'm not really looking for anyone new to join my crew anyway. You'd have to be someone pretty extraordinary. What's this one? Feels like a pistol, eh? Wasn't that pretty thing? I haven't seen one this ornate in quite a while. This looks like you come from money. What exactly are you looking to get on the crew of a pirate ship for? Don't you know the kinds of people pirates are? You want to be a pirate? Of course you do. What is it that attracts you to the life of a pirate? The bravery, the adventure, the riches, of course. The fame or infamy, whichever one you want to call it. All kinds of wonderful stories told by school children about the scallywags of the sea. You know, most people have the wrong idea about us pirates. Now that we've been labelled enemies of all humanity. That's not what it was supposed to be, though. Most of these people who are pirates are people who really have nowhere else to go. You know, back in the war, there were all kinds of soldiers here fighting for Her Majesty herself. But when the war went sour, she just pulled out her support and left all of these foot soldiers just stranded here. What were they supposed to do? All these men who knew how to fight but didn't have any other sort of profession because soldiering was their profession, all of a sudden just told, lay down your arms and stop. Oh, and by the way, you're stuck here now with nothing. What did they expect to happen? Exactly. Being a pirate, not exactly a pretty job. Or would someone like you ever want to be one? Is dear old dad's trade not good enough for you? Oh, touchy subject. Sorry. Touchy subject for lots of people around here. But really, what makes you think that you've got what it takes to be a pirate? What is it that you're looking for in life you think you're gonna find out at sea? Well, that's a new one. Yeah, I've got to say, that's a new one. I've heard people say, fame and riches, fortune, all of those kinds of things. Never heard someone say atonement. Atonement, you're going to have to run that by me a bit. A long story. I suppose that's understandable too. Well, if you're going to want to be joining my crew, you better get talking then. A gift for me. I suppose that doesn't happen every day. You usually have to fight to take everything that I get. Alright. I'll take a look, hand it over. What could this be, I wonder? I'm opening it. Got a tight bit tight there. There we are. A fancy special dagger, eh? I think this is going to butter me up and make me forget how young you are. Alright, I'm looking. Just hold on. Now that's something I never thought I'd see again. Yes, I recognise it. When you've had a blade held to your throat on several different occasions, you don't forget it. Especially one as strange looking as this. He used to say that it was handed down in his family for 1,000 years. I highly doubt that was true, but as a child, it did the job of scaring me, that's for sure. Where exactly did you get a dagger like this? He used to never be parted from it, even when he slept. You killed him? You expect me to believe that? Someone as young as you, taken down one of the fiercest, most feared slave traders in all of the Caribbean. You took him down? Really? That must be quite the story. Oh wait, let me guess. You caught him in his sleep, didn't you? Anyone can kill anyone in their sleep. Your father? Wasn't aware he had any children, actually. Your dear old dad was a slave trader. Huh? Why'd you kill him? I suppose that's a good reason. An uprising. Well, what do you know? He ran that place like absolutely hell on earth. Discouraged any sort of rebellion very, very swiftly. But there was a rebellion of the slaves. That's good to hear. I wonder if it was anyone I knew that stirred everyone up. Me? Listen, I might have been there ages ago, but no, I didn't start any sort of rebellions. They talk about me. Really? Surely I wasn't the only person to ever have escaped from him. Really? I suppose that answers the question of why you came into my bar today. Here to gawk at the spectacle of an ex-slave turned pirate captain, yeah? Here to ask for forgiveness. Really? Well, what it sounds like to me, you're not the one who needs forgiveness. If anything, I should be thanking you for ridding this earth of that horrid creature. Is it a touchy subject, your father? Do you regret killing him at all? Oh, that's good at least. It's very piratey of you. So he's finally gone. The slaves liberated. It's a nice image. It doesn't mean that I'm ready to take on a child on my crew, though. Being a pirate is a dangerous business. That's not all the fame and glory that people make it out to be. Have you ever been on a ship at sea for weeks on end, without any head nor tail of land? That does things to a person. Not just physically, but mentally too. It's a tough life. Would have thought someone with your upbringing could be anything you wanted. I'm sure you've got plenty of schooling. Probably got more schooling than most of the people down there put together. Yeah, you mentioned atonement. Well, if you ask me, what your father did has no hold on you. If anything, you set the record straight by freeing all of the other slaves. I wouldn't say that you're in need of any sort of atonement here. That look in your eye, I recognize it actually. I hate to see it, but you remind me a bit of me. You didn't choose to have a monster for a father. I didn't choose to be a slave. But you did something about it. So did I. And now here you are in this godforsaken city of Nassau, looking for, what, a chance to prove yourself. Yeah. Sounds pretty familiar. Only difference is for me that was 10 years ago. I've had to claw my way up quite a lot, but clearly it can be done. I think I like you. Yeah. You know what? probably gonna regret this, but what do you say we play a game, you and me? You know how to play 1 in 30? Oh, it's bloody simple. It's a card game. Very piratey thing to do, I suppose. The concept of it is very, very simple, though. I'm sure someone like you'll catch on and no problem. The idea is to get 1 in 30, 31 points, or as close as you can to 31 without going over. Now the game starts. I'll deal out 3 cards to you, 3 cards to me. Pips are worth their number value. A 7's a 7, a 4's a 4, so on and so forth. Faces are all worth 10. So you look at your 3 cards, you add them up, and then you decide whether you want to stay at where you're at or if you'd like another card. But if that next card that you get goes over 31, then you lose and I win. If not, then we keep going back and forth until we're both satisfied. Then we show our cards. Whoever's closest to 31 without going over is the winner. Sounds simple enough? Alright. Would you like to play? You're not supposed to say yes yet. I haven't even told you the stakes. Rule number 1 of being a pirate. Never accept a game unless you know what the stakes are. You got to know what you stand to lose before you ever think about what you stand to gain. Just by protecting yourself. So what shall our stakes be, huh? What are we playing for? Not money. I've got enough of that. I've got a feeling you probably got enough of that too. I mean, pretty clear what you want. If you win, you get to join the crew. Well, personally, I don't think that's as glamorous as you might be thinking. If you were to join my crew, you'd be starting out as a cabin hand, maybe a kitchen hand. Oh, come now, that's more than fair. I don't know anything about you. I mean, you've got some courage killing the old man, but I don't know if I'd tell you to climb up the rigging and fix the sail if you'll be able to do that. Can you do that? That's what I thought. If I told you port to starboard, do you know what that means? I didn't think so. Have you ever actually fought anyone? Like, you know, with swords, with pistols? You ever been in an actual fight with lots of people? Besides a bar brawl, I suppose. Exactly. So if you were to join the crew, it would be under my terms. Rule number 2 of being a pirate. What the captain says goes. So if I say you're a cabin hand, then you're going to be a cabin hand, love. No. It's not to say you're going to stay that way. But it would definitely be a trial period. Trial by fire, I suppose. We'll see what you're capable of and then go from there. Of course, it may also be that after a little while, I decide that you're not fit for a life at sea. Not everyone is. And then I'll tell you to leave anyway. Now, that's the case for all of my crew. If someone doesn't measure up, then I tell them to find somewhere else. I mean, I'd pay you an honest wage, whatever it is that you're owed, but even if you do join my crew today, I might dismiss you in a fortnight. No, not right away. I'd give you a bit of time to learn, but it's a dangerous business. And every single one of those people downstairs, they've all proven themselves. They may be a bunch of brutish blokes, but they're good in a fight and they're good on a ship. They're not going to take too kindly to me telling them to train someone as wet as you. What I'm saying is, It's definitely a risk, me taking you on. And there will definitely be some conditions. Is that what you want the stakes to be? If you're sure. Well, that covers what happens if you win. What if I win? I'm quite good at card games, you know. What do I get if I win? I told you I don't want your money. No need to be so dramatic as all that. What would I do with your firstborn child? I told you I don't want children around here. You're not my type. No, it's got to be something else. Something just as high stakes, perhaps. Tell you what. If you win, you get to join the crew. But if I win, you turn right around and you leave the city of Nassau forever. And you never give another thought to becoming a pirate. You go back to Carolina or wherever it is that you were from before. And you find yourself a decent occupation. One that doesn't leave you sleeping with one eye open forever. And you live a good, peaceful life without worrying about what your father may or may not have done. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm actually trying to help you, believe it or not. The life of a pirate is not an easy one. Sure, there's the payout now and then, but there's also a lot of time where there isn't a payout. A lot of time where you're waiting for something to happen. Waiting for an opportune target. Or searching for something that you're not even sure if it's really there. It's a life full of risk, full of danger, and often full of disappointment. Well, those are my stakes, take it or leave it. You win, you get to join the crew. I win, you never try to become a pirate again, and you never come back to this island. You sure? Those are quite high stakes. You know, I don't take very kindly to people who don't keep their word. So, should you lose and leave New Providence Island, if I were to ever see you here again, I'd kill you on the spot. You think I wouldn't? Do you think a woman became a captain by making false threats? You're sure? Alright. The stakes are set. You willing to play? Good answer. Alright. Let me set this down over here. Now, very simple game, as I said. Just 3 cards each. Don't show me your cards. I won't show you mine. That way you don't know how close I am. And I don't know how close you are. You look at your cards. You add them up. You decide if you want another one or if you're done. If you're sitting on your cards. Or if you're hitting for another one. Alright? Alright. Let's see how this goes. Right, there's your first card. What are you doing? Don't touch your cards before I'm done dealing. Well, that's another pirate lesson for you. That's an excellent way to make other pirates think that you're cheating. Don't you touch my cards until I'm done. There, 1 card for you, 1 card for me. 2 cards for you, 2 cards for me. 3 cards for you. 3 cards for me. Now you may pick them up. Alright. You got the number in your head. Like I said, pips are worth their value. Faces are 10. You know, the funny thing is, this game is quite popular amongst the pirates, but sometimes fights do break out because people do their maths wrong. Not all pirates are unschooled, but some of them are. Alright, well, have you decided? Are you hitting or are you sitting? You'd like another card? Are you sure? What if you go over? I mean, I guess I don't know what your score is. I'm not sure what the chances are that you'll go over. Why don't... It's your first time playing. Why don't you just tell me what you got, and then I'll advise you whether you should take another card or not. At least you saw through that trick. That's a good one. You're sure you want another card? If you go over, you lose. And you walk away from this island forever. You sure you want another one? Alright. Here we are. Another card. Take a look at that. I don't know, don't say anything yet. It's my turn to decide. I think I will also be taking another card there. Interesting. Alright. What about now? You taking another card or are you sitting with your 4 there? Sitting with 4. Interesting. You know what? I think I'm sitting too. Alright. Show me your cards as long as you're satisfied. Here's mine. 27. Read it and weep. 29. Well, you lucky bugger. It's a very good hand. Well, I am nothing if not a woman of my word. Welcome to the crew. Good luck, I guess. Still not entirely sure that you know what you're getting yourself into yet. You're determined. Alright, well, I hope you know what that means. There won't be any mercy for you just because you're young. Just because you're new. You'll be expected to learn, to work hard, to train, and to do whatever it is that I tell you to do. Right. Well, it's a bit unprecedented, I suppose, but nothing I can't work with. Although, between you and me, would maybe lose the rather rich appearance you got going on here. It's a very nice coat that you have there. It's very nice. Living on a ship with so many other people, it's not going to look very nice very soon. I might advise you to get something a bit less fancy. Especially the life that we have here. Well, at least you're set for weapons for now, yeah? Was this your father's too? I thought as much. No, I haven't got anything as fancy as this. I mean, I've got a gun that does plenty for me, just how she is. Really, I prefer the sword, though. Or a dagger or something. It's a bit nicer, personally, I think. A bit more personal than killing someone with a gun, but of course it's nice to have. And this dagger here, I should get the job done for you. Now, do you have a bigger sword as well? Ceremonial sabers. Probably not gonna do you all that good in an altercation amongst pirates. I might leave that one back at home too, if I were you. Well, that's alright, that's alright. We'll get you outfitted with something if you need it. Of course, as a cabin hand, you won't necessarily be needing a long saber, will you? And did you think I was joking about that? You're not going to be on security or something like that. You'll go where you're needed and where I think you'll fit. You ready to wait on me hand and foot? No, it won't be anything like that, I promise. But you are going to have to pay your dues, just like everyone else had to. You sure you want to do this? Like I said, it's a tough life. I did say that, yes, yes. I am a woman of my word, but I'm not opposed to giving you an out if it's not really what you want. As far as I'm concerned, you haven't got anything to prove to anyone. No, I recognise that look. You've got something to prove to yourself. Well, I guess we'll see then. You know, if you wouldn't mind though, do you mind if I just sort of muff you up a bit first? If I go down there to that crew and I present you as you are to them as a new crew member, they'll eat you alive. Who was it exactly that was hitting you right here? Generally, I don't let them hit people in the face. Didn't you ever learn not to pick fights with people when it's an entire bar against just you? Well, I suppose that's rule number 4 of being a pirate. Pick your fights a bit more carefully, eh? So who was it then? Hit your face so hard? Callahan. He's a brute, alright. He's good in a fight, as I'm sure you saw, but he doesn't exactly know the meaning of the word restraint. Well, don't worry. Once I tell them that you're part of the crew, they won't be doing that anymore. But you are going to have to earn the respect if you want it from them. You'll have to earn it from me too. Oh yes, yes, no, this is very impressive, of course, but I'd like to see you in action a bit too. Well, I suppose I better be giving that back to you. Oh, you did mean for me to keep it. I know you said it was a gift, but honestly, just the gift of knowing that he is dead, that's enough of a gift for me. Alright. Yeah. Wouldn't mind having another dagger. Especially one that tormented me for so long. I was never very good at following orders. Yeah. so good carrying that around. It will actually do some good with that blade now, huh? Well, let's get you muffed up a bit if you don't mind. Do you mind if I just come in and mess up your hair a bit? It's looking far too clean and perfect to be a pirate. Not that you have to be all disgusting and dirty and all that. Although, after a few weeks on a ship, you probably will be a bit. Just a little something here. So you're not quite so clean and perfect. You know, actually, let's fix up that face a bit too, eh? That was quite a hit that you took here, huh? That's alright, we'll just clean it up a bit. It does give you some character. I don't think it'll scar though. You'll get one of those later, I'm sure. There. Just clean that up a bit, eh? There. Looking a bit more the part now. The rest will have to be up to you. Like I said, you're gonna have to earn the respect of the rest of the crew, but that's a start. Well, welcome aboard, I guess. Good luck.